Park here with season 2 of the Parx-e Show. We've got so many cool interviews lined up for this season right now. But today we're talking with my buddy Yo, who's launching his fantastic new album, Out Now What You Get, and he's launching that Howler with my buddies Deja supporting. I've got so many cool interviews lined up for this new season that I can't wait for you to watch and discover. I'm also giving a big shout out to my friend Michelle Page, who's doing amazing stuff in Hollywood. She's done some cool supports, and I always will keep supporting her because I believe in her. And I hope you enjoy season 2, so sit back and enjoy. G'day, it's Chris from Parx-e Show here with season 2 of the Parx-e Show, and I'm here with my very good friend Yo, who I've known for a very long time now. I first met at a gig in Thornbury on High Street, and now we're talking about his new album Ganbaru, which I believe is already out. Am I right in saying that?
That's right. It came out yesterday.
So have you heard much feedback from so far from the punters and the fans?
It's good because I know the fans like it, so that's a start. I guess that people say you shouldn't really pay too much attention to the press, but my publicist, who's standing over there, squatting over there, she wants to see all the good reviews, so we'll wait for them to come in and see how much more we can push it.
Cool. So when with the album was the songwriting different from when you were different? Has your songwriting changed from when you were starting that, or is it more or less the same process?
It's always changing, I think. I'm gonna I do a lot of it alone, so what happens when I work alone is I forget what I do, and then I have to kind of go through it all in my head again later. But the next record, it's gonna be me and my friends making it together, writing it together.
Cool.
So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, this one it's the same thing I've always done, self-produced, in the shed, just playing with loops and instruments and all that kind of stuff.
So was the recording process different from stuff you had done earlier? No, it's the same. But the mixing is stronger because I've upgraded my speakers over the years. So. Okay, cool. So how does the song start for you? How does the song come about?
Usually I get emotional about something like heartbreak or my friends really pissing me off, or or girls or all that kind of stuff. And then a line comes into my head, and then if it stays in my head, then I know it's good, so I take it home and start playing around with it on the piano or on the guitar.
Cool. So does that also include inspiration, or is inspiration different for you?
Inspiration is that does include inspiration. It's kind of like what happens to you during normal life, so that it gives me fodder to write about, I guess. And it can be bad things, it can be good things, medium things, all the stuff in between too. I guess that's where a lot of the meat is, in the detail.
Cool. So what do you hope the album will do for you in your music career? What do you hope it will do for the rest of your year, and how you move forward with your music?
Well, interesting question, because we want to do this tour that we've got booked. That's going to be really fun. But then after that, we want to go overseas and see what opportunities lie there. Obviously that's an expensive venture, so we'll probably send the record over there first before we go over there to see if we can generate some interest and a reason for going over.
Good reason. So have you had any or much response from people from overseas regarding your music, or has it all been just locally based?
The majority is local. but there's a few overseas, I guess, fans who've hit me up on social media and said they really like it, which is nice. And we've also been getting some like press inquiries. There was one guy who tweeted me who was like, Coldplay show in Oakland! No, wait, no, Oklahoma. Don't get them mixed up, they're very different. Oklahoma. He wanted me to come to Oklahoma. I think I will. I don't know how, but I'll try and get there.
So bearing that in mind, so do you think social media has played a huge part in getting your fans and getting you exposed to a wider audience?
It's the only way to do things these days, I feel. Because you're competing with everybody else who also has very strong social media, and you've also got a wider reach because the internet is international, right? There's no boundaries really.
And that said, does having a booking agent play a part in that as well, where you could get booked for a really good support, and then you, for international actors, say Cape Boy, for example. We'll go with that one.
We're big fans of Cape Boy. I think a booking agent helps you get good shows, and if you want to play a tour, they will definitely get you in those venues that are right for you. And the exposure is then local, so wherever you're playing the shows, right? But internationally, the decision always comes down to, you say if it's a touring band and you're going for that support, the decision always comes to their management. So all the booking agent can do is put you forward, and then the decision is out of their hands. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Totally does.
Cool.
So video clips, are they a big part of what you do? Do you like making the video clips and making like...
I hate them. I hate doing videos. They make me really nervous. I hate being in videos. But, you know, I think you have to, because videos is like something, people need to see things, right? They want to be able to see like what I look like, or just give a visual representation, like get a visual representation of the sound. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So we'll go back to social media just for a little bit. I've got a question. For a lot of musicians, they know they have. A lot of musicians, they do a lot of non-plugging where they post a bunch of crap just to keep their fans engaged. They might talk about random shit just because they know that if I keep plugging my music, people are going to turn off, because they want to know what their favorite the artist is like. So how do you find the right balance of posting random crap to when it's like, hey, I'm plugging this new album, Ganbaru, come check it out?
How do I find the balance?
Yeah, the balance.
I'm like a bit more old school when it comes to social media. So I don't do the whole post a photo a day type thing. And I don't like posting junk really. So if I personally get really excited about something, I'll post about it because I think it's interesting to my followers as well. But if I don't have anything cool to show, then I'll stay silent. And within that umbrella, releasing a record is really exciting. So I mean, in the last few days, I've been posting a lot, but keeping it simple, because people don't want to read a lot of junk. They just want to know what's happening, right?
Exactly. So do you think Bandcamp is an amazing tool? Because for a lot of artists, it means that they can sell their music easier, and for audio nuts like me, who'd like a high quality file.
Yeah.
Do you think that's good in a way?
Bandcamp's awesome. It's one of the best platforms out there. There's a strange... The shop's set up really well. Within a few clicks, you're already at the stage where you can like put your credit card details in and buy the music, right?
Exactly.
They also facilitate sales of physical merchandise, so records and shirts and stuff like that, which is really cool. And you can use PayPal, which is like the safest online transaction platform, right? Yeah, there are still people who are like, hey, when is this coming out on iTunes? And because that's their system, and you could yell at them to buy it on Bandcamp, but they won't because they're not used to it or they're scared of it or whatever. That's the one thing about Bandcamp is that people don't really realize how good it is yet. So it's not as wide-reaching as something like iTunes or streaming services like Spotify. But they'll get there. Their model's already great. I love Bandcamp.
Yeah. Have you had much play from Spotify yet, or you don't know?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked.
Is it easy to check?
I think I just have to go to my artist profile and
Cool.
But it's only been a couple of days, so
Yeah. You never know. So what do you hope people will get out of the tour? What do you hope people can get out of the tour when continue to play?
out of the tour.
Yeah.
I hope they just come along and have a really good time. I want to see lots of dancing. I hope they get a copy of the record if they don't already have it. We'll have shirts and we'll have socks to sell.
Socks.
Socks!
That's someone's finally handing out socks. That's cool.
Yeah, hey, we collaborated with this cool label called No Fun Babe, and they helped us put together this merchandise that we're going to have on this tour. And if there's any left over after the tour, we might put it online.
Nice.
But for now, you got to come to a show if you want a pair of socks.
Too easy.
Yeah.
Everyone just does the t-shirts and they might do a cap, but no one does socks.
Yeah. I guess you got to be pretty crafty these days.
Yeah. So, what do you hope 2016, apart from the album being released, has in store for you? And
I'm really excited to get back to work in the studio writing. When I say studio, I mean like my junky shed. But there's a bunch of songs that I've kind of half written while I was in Iceland last year, and they're nowhere near finished. So I want to like revisit them, but this time, like I said earlier, bring my friends that I play music with into the process, and I just can't wait to do that.
nice. I have just a few more questions. What is your go-to album to when you need to feel inspired?
Of all time?
Yep. If you have one.
Ooh. That's really hard. Of all time. Can I tell you one of the last 2 weeks?
That's cool. I'm down with that.
There's this guy from LA. His name's Jeff Burnett, and he wrote this record called In the Meantime. And he's like me. It's all DIY, but he's got like this great, unpretentious R&B sound, and his writing is really cool. And he does it all himself. Like he's just a one-man show, and no one in LA really knows who he is, but he's absolutely massive in South Korea. He's an inspiration.
That's cool.
Jeff.
So if you could collaborate with anybody, who would it be?
There's this dude called Froyo Ma, and I don't know anything about him, so just check out his music, and it's really cool. It's really cool stuff.
2 more questions. If you could put together the ultimate lineup, who would be on it? You of course are on it.
I'm on it. Kate Boy would be on it. Jeff Burnett and Froyo Ma.
Nice. Now we're going to go back to one question. You know, I know you hate doing video clips, but
okay.
If you could have anybody in a video clip, who would it be?
Anybody?
Yes.
It'd have to be Pharrell. Like you put Pharrell in your clip and you're famous. Like any camera captures you standing next to Pharrell, you're famous. Hey, I'm that guy that was like next to Pharrell. Wouldn't that be great?
Alright, that was the very first episode of Season 2 of the Parx Show. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. I want your feedback. I've been doing this, I've done 10 episodes in Season 1. Now Season 2, I've got some cool interviews lined up like I've said in the intro. But I want to know what you think. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think. Because I want to make this show totally awesome for you to discover. My aim is to line some cool interviews for this show and make it really fun for you to watch. I got some awesome new segments I'm going to put in this show that, well, hopefully will create a bit of interest. But I hope you've enjoyed this very first episode of Season 2 of the Parx Show as much as I've enjoyed making it. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you with the next one.